Welcome back everyone to the Auto Finance video series. Today we're going to be diving into why Auto Finance's indexing of DeFi yield is so important for users in the volatile crypto landscape. We're going to be using this breaking news right here where DeFi protocol Balancer has lost $70 million in ETH, it looks like, in varying wrapped ETH assets. This is a very unfortunate event for the Balancer team, Balancer community, as Balancer has been around in the space for a very long time. But this is all part of the learning curve of DeFi and should be interesting to see how it all plays out. Now, with Auto Finance, the team has put out a note here with any exposure here. Auto Finance put this out this morning here. The Balancer protocol was exploited, impacting Balancer V2 pools. None of the users of Auto USD denominated pools were impacted as they are not deployed to Balancer V2. Balancer V2 is now removed from the list of eligible destinations, and this will be reflected in the UI shortly. Auto pools are functioning normally. 3 of the ETH denominated pools, Auto ETH, Balancer ETH, and Auto LRT, had some exposure to Balancer V2, and the losses the users experienced due to the Balancer exploit amount to 515 ETH, which is 4% of the ETH TVL across those 3 pools. All other pools remain unimpacted, and users of the Auto protocol have no additional exposure to Balancer V2 exploit. So they are in contact with the Balancer team and continue to monitor the situation. So they are going to update as things proceed forward. So with Auto Finance, this is why this is so significant, is that with the way that the auto pools are, you as a user, when you go into DeFi, let's say you went straight into Balancer, right? And you were like, let me deposit my ETH right into Balancer. If you were in one of those pools directly, you would have lost everything. With the indexing that the auto pools do, you are exposed across a basket of assets. And by doing so, if there is an issue within the DeFi space, you can minimize the losses going forward. And that is very significant. And many will say, well, I could have just been in this other protocol, right? But that's playing hindsight 2020, as if you know that this one is unexploitable. So the indexing that the team is doing is very important to protecting capital in a very early stage space. That is why I really believe in the indexing and the auto routing that Auto Finance is doing with these pools, because it allowed for them to minimize the losses as much as possible, while the users are still able to maintain majority of their principal. And it's really significant, especially considering this space is very young. It's still budding, it's still growing, even if it's been around for a decade plus. So with that being said, this is a testament to how well this team manages things and the way they proceed forward, especially as we compare to Balancer themselves. Balancer has a tough situation ahead of them because they're going to have to either figure out a way to reimburse these users or to bring about some kind of policy or something moving forward with the risks. But if they were to pay out $70 million, let's just say, for example, right now their treasury is actually less than the Tokamak treasury, and their TVL is 4x bigger than Tokamak, or Auto Finance. So this is a major thing for Auto Finance, is that Auto Finance has done a great job of managing their treasury. A platform like Balancer should have a much larger treasury, in my opinion, considering that Auto Finance has a larger treasury than they do with a lot less market cap too. So this is where things are going to get interesting for the Balancer community. The Auto Finance team handled this, I think, very professionally, and I think this is why we utilize things like this, because we don't want to be exposed singularly to one pool or one business model, right? There's many people who are playing in DeFi. Most of them do not know how to look at code, do not know how to read through, and are really just trusting a lot of these protocols. So what Auto has done here is really, taken away some of the risks, not all, of course, but taken away some of the risks by creating these indexes and these auto maneuvering, auto routing. So I think a lot of great things are going to come out of this first incident, as this was always the big test for auto finance, is what will happen if one of these protocols goes down. And now that we have this experience now, this is going to really blossom the protocol going forward, especially as the team looks towards enabling things like Pendle. So very exciting, actually. Even through a dark time, I feel for all of the users of Balancer, but I believe that the team handled this the best way that they can, and this is the way that all DeFi should work, especially as it is more risky. All right, everyone. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.